Hello, good evening.
Why do you sound like a leprechaun every single time?
Hello.
You just sound like an idiot then.
So yes, good evening everyone and welcome back to, as usual, another crazy Friday gem with myself, Dexterous Crafter. And as you will have heard, I have got Lewis / model making trucker in the background. He's just doing some trucks tonight. Each their own.
Kicked out my seat.
My seat on a Friday. We're only what? 3 minutes in. Let's not start with domestics just yet, Babs. So yes. So before we go much further, I will go through the chat and we shall see who is joining us. So first one in tonight is the one and only Mark Shellard saying, "Hi Nat, just 78 days left now until Christmas." Thank you, Mark.
Mark, you sent me a challenge on Facebook. I accept it, but it will probably result in my death. And can you start messaging me like a couple of times during the week and let me know how many days left till Christmas? Because I keep forgetting and my kids keep asking me.
So yes, Mark, I did hear about this challenge just before I went live, so feel free to share the details.
No, don't tell her.
In the chat. The kids can find out because I've got the countdown on my phone. I'm just not going
And you call me sad?
Yeah, because kids kept asking, so I added it. Hence, I know it's
hypocrite.
It's like five weeks tomorrow till Telford. And they said 5 weeks today then. 5 weeks tomorrow till Telford.
You're a hypocrite.
I'm saying nothing.
You should warn.
And we have got Katie amongst us saying hi everyone. So good evening, Katie.
Good evening, Katie. How's uni?
Yeah, how's uni treating you? Oh, and she's put to Mark, uni is going well. Good, good, good.
Mark beat us to it.
Yep. And we have got White Glove Models rejoining us saying hello all. So good evening once again, White Glove Models. 1,000 apologies. You'll have to either remind me or tell me your name if you don't mind. But I will warn you, I'm horrendous with names.
She's horrendous with remembering anything. Ask her when our wedding anniversary is.
6th of June.
Shock horror. She got it right.
Yeah, and Mark saying hi to Lewis.
Hello, Mark.
Mark's just put, just do it and run for your life, Lewis. Will do, Lewis. Oh my God, now I'm getting worried.
Fat boy run?
I can always film you running. There you are. Moving on. Oh God, you watch me butcher this. Is it Callan? I presume so, isn't it?
I don't know. I can't see the chat.
K-A-L-A-N.
Kaylin?
Oh, it could be, yeah. I probably butchered it, you watch. So yes. So thank you very much for joining us. We've got 4 people watching at the moment. So without further ado, I will flick down.
Oh, no, that's what I do.
Oh, you're right. Kaylin.
Woo! I've got something right for a change.
I'm keeping quiet because there's more men round me than women tonight. I'll be good.
From Doncaster, you're used to that.
You just had to bring Doncaster into this, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
God.
I'm tormented and had to go last week.
Where's the Northern Modelers crew when I want them?
Deserting you.
Let me just readjust this.
She's just readjusting herself.
That's weird. Be nice. Sorry, guys. Apologies, like going on.
Lights are on, but still no one's home.
What? I love this. Actually, you coming home on a Friday. It's nice. You know, it was so much more peaceful. That's all bog-eyed. Now it's my picture bog-eyed. There we are. So yes, so I'm going to try and get some more of this achieved tonight. So whilst I get started, for everyone in chat, what has everyone been up to this week? Have you found...
Work.
Oh, we know your work. Nothing exciting.
I've been getting my fuel nicked. That's what I've been up to.
Yes. Lewis had a very eventful week, shall we say. What day was it? Wednesday?
Yeah.
Yeah, Wednesday.
Bloody cold morning, I know that.
He had to park up in a lay-by, bless him.
Which I've done hundreds of times before.
Yeah. Woke up, put his night heater on. It weren't working. Is that right? Okay.
Started smacking it about 6 or 7 times.
Only to actually discover when he turned his engine on. Ignition, sorry. That his fuel had actually been siphoned while he'd been asleep. So it's like, oh no. So yes, that was not quite the way he expected to start his morning. But never mind, the cavalry came to the rescue. Although it sort of made us laugh because someone that Lewis works with is very much, oh, well, did you not hear him? Did you not confront him? And like Lewis has said, and like I've seconded,
but teeth in one piece.
Yeah, he wants his teeth in one piece, and plus as well, it's like about what, £300-400 worth of fuel they had, and like Lewis says,
it's cost the company about £600.
Ouch.
Yeah. I've had to repair the fuel tank, pay for Scania to come out, and put about 40 litres of fuel in to get me to a fuel station. It was squeaky bum time, that was. And bleed the night heater because I tried putting it on.
Yeah, it just, in all fairness, it's like we said to this guy, it's a case of, you know what, they're not going to let you just stop them stealing the fuel. Like I say, it's stupid amount of fuel that they're finding at trucks. So it's a case of, you know what, if they want it, it's safe just to let them have it. And just eventually go about your day. Oh no, why am I getting worried?
Right.
Mark Shellard. Go on now. It's the perfect moment, Lewis. I dare you.
I forgot. It'll come up again, Mark. Trust me. The opportunity will present itself again.
God, now I am getting worried. So yes, so that's been Lewis's exciting week away in the truck. What has everyone else been up to this week? Like I was starting to say, have you found yourselves at the bench doing your crafts or modelling?
I found myself in the manager's office.
Or anything else exciting been going off? Thankfully, apart from Lewis's exciting morning Wednesday. It's been quite a nice anticlimactic week, which is always nice. Oh, other than my squeaky bum time trying to get all my assignments done for work. It's like, oops.
Did you have a deadline?
Today.
Why'd you leave it so late?
Because it was just one of them. It's like, oh, because it's like I said, they were like half an hour, 45 minutes long, and altogether there was 20 assignments to do. So it's one of those. It's like, oh, I'll do it a little bit.
Can I just say, this comes from the woman that after school, when she's picked the kids up from school, before they're allowed to do anything, they have to do the homework.
Yeah.
Hypocritical you are.
No, because I don't want them to fall into the same trap
That you just have done.
I always have done. Even when I was at school, I was never pushed to get my homework done really on a Friday.
I was pushed to get my homework done on a Sunday night.
Exactly. And it was always rushing around. It's like on a Sunday night trying to get all my homework and coursework done. So I thought, well, actually, I've fallen into that bad routine of leaving things last minute. So let's actually see if we can get 2 organised kids that will actually do their homework on a Friday night so that we can actually enjoy the weekend.
How's that going for you?
For the kids, very well. Katie, there's a craft shop near me that has a variety of crafty things. I brought a soap making kit, but haven't made any soap yet. Ooh.
I've seen them. Do you know what I would like to try?
Oh gosh, go on.
Candle making.
Candle making?
Yeah.
Okay.
It sounds so manly, doesn't it?
Well, no, I'm sure there's other men that do the crafts. It's just, I don't know. That's just not what I expect you to come out with.
What do you expect me to come out with?
I have no idea, but not that. And we've got Scale Model Muse wanders in and sits down. So good evening, Marcy.
Evening, Marcy.
Aha, backup has arrived. We've got Mark's mods in. So good evening, Mark.
Evening, Mark. Matt's been dissing Doncaster.
No. You brought up that, oh, she's from Doncaster. So I actually turned around and said, where's the Northern Modelling crew when I actually need the backup? Mark's done our trap. Right. Went to Hobbycraft, spent a fortune as normal, but was fuming because they have reduced the amount of model kits, tools, etc.
Oh, tell me about it. It's awful.
Oh, now you've got Lewis started. Would you like to have your little rant before we move on?
In fairness, they have got some stuff online, but I hate shopping online. I don't like doing online shopping.
Especially models, isn't it? You like to actually see and feel what you're getting.
I like to sniff them. Hold them and caress them, feel the love back from them. And yeah, fine, brilliant. Go for it.
No, it doesn't make you sound creepy in any shape or form.
Says the one that likes the song "I Touch Your Face While You're Sleeping."
I did till I got with you.
Oh, it's romantic. There's nothing romantic about that. It's just creepy.
I used to think it was romantic, and it's like, oh, and then I got with you, and you just made it sound like they're all psychopaths.
Yeah.
And Kaylin, I finally got started on the Series 3 109. I just about have it ready for paint. I'll post a video later today showing where I'm at with it. Oh, I look forward to that one. Little 109. The one I'm picturing is like a rally car or something. I don't know actually. I'm presuming it's a car. Oh, and we've got Sarah Jane popped in to say hi. Good evening, Sarah Jane.
Hello, Sarah Jane.
Hope you don't mind me asking, but how are you doing now after your how can I put it?
Date with a butcher.
Trip in hospital, shall we say?
Make it sound like an outing.
I don't quite know how to put it. Marcy, Mark, they may not be able to get much right now. No, in all fairness, yes, but supply chain is still a mess. Yeah, in all fairness, we've noticed this before, all this, haven't we? Oh, you have more than obviously anyone. It just they seem to be going actually more on the craft side rather than actually the models. We have noticed it for a while. They just don't seem to be stocking as they used to.
Yeah, it's a deliberate cut down in what they've got in stock, because you look at the shelves, and if they've got supply chain issues, fine, fair enough, you'd see empty shelves, but they've actually condensed the section. It's a permanent condension. I don't know.
Permanent reduction. Easy to say. So yeah, unfortunately, we can't blame any crises going off.
Well, you can blame the lorry drivers, because at the moment they're getting blamed for everything.
Well, you get blamed for most things. Kaylin to Mark's Mods. The hobby store I go to in the US has done the same. They also cut back on the model kits as well.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds about right.
Because I think they stopped. Someone said that they stopped selling Airfix. But when we went to Hull, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we went to Hull Hobbycraft, and I must admit there was a few Airfix kits. There's more Tamiya and Revell, but I think they've always had more Tamiya and Revell in Hobbycraft.
Well, that could just be because it's like you look at the general consensus, and to me, people will buy more Tamiya than Airfix because Tamiya is the better brand, isn't it?
Until Tamiya has had to seriously up their game on their molds and everything due to the Airfix Hellcat, the 1/24 scale.
That's the one with the copper engine, isn't it?
Yeah, it's one that I've got upstairs.
Yeah.
That kit seriously made all the other manufacturers have to up their game. But then I don't mind an Airfix kit. The trouble is they don't do the type of kits I want.
Right.
They don't do the 1350 battleships. They do that Hellcat, and that Hellcat is lovely.
He says that, but yet he's actually looking at getting another Hellcat because he's not happy with it.
Yeah, I'm not happy with how I did it. And it's like, I'd rather just redo the whole lot, start again. Buy another year's supply of blue paint.
Yeah, he did go through paint crazily. And Kaylin, it's a Land Rover.
Oh yes, Series 3. Why didn't you know that, Lois? Idiot.
Well, admittedly, it's the 109 that threw me, because to me, I know Kaylin's American, but when you say 109, I think of like a Peugeot rally car.
You say 109 to me, I think of a Messerschmitt.
Marcy, I need to learn how to use my new camera so I can post actual videos. Yes, please. Kaylin, greatest vehicle ever made.
See, I've heard a lot of people say that Series 3's greatest vehicle. I must admit, I'm not much of a Land Rover lover. I like the 4x4s, but I know Land Rovers are 4x4s. I do like the 4x4s, but I'm not particular on one particular brand.
No, but I think you've always said, haven't you, if ever we won the lottery, then you'd love one of them big American style trucks, the Mitsubishis.
No,
is it?
No, is it like the Ford F450s and whatnot?
Come on, Kaylin and Muse, help us out.
Big, massive pickup trucks. I've seen a few on the road over here, to be honest. They're beautiful. And the Ford.
I was saying that, though, you tend to like everything American big, don't you?
Yep. USS Missouri. Beautiful lady.
Let's have a look. Marcy, sure, many companies have reduced lines on purpose too. Mine did. It's also got to do with on-store sites. If it doesn't sell at the store, they drop it. And people tend to buy far more online now, and it's affecting all aspects of brick and mortar shops. Yeah, absolutely. See, we're not too bad actually, are we? I think the only thing that really you buy online is your photo etch.
Yeah, because there's nowhere around here near us that sell it.
Yeah, but I'd say like your modelling bits, my crafty bits, a lot of them we will actually go into a store.
That's why I'm looking forward to Telford, because hopefully they'll have photo etch there.
Get stuck up on your photo etch. And I think, yes, I can understand the online, because it's like you look at I hate you. That is not funny, Mark. Oh my Gideon. Get outside. Take the dog with you. Oh my Gideon. Ouch. Yeah, big spillage. Mark is in creases. Oh. Apologies everyone for the sudden burst of volume. I can't believe he's just done that. We've actually got not impressed. Look at that. Thanks, Mark. Next time, keep your ruddy pranks to yourself. God, Mark, with people like you in chat. I've got dog hair ready now. Hold on. God, my heart's going 10 to a dozen. Yeah. Try and get my train of thought back. Yeah, because I can sort of see why online sales are on the up. Because it's like you look at There are other companies, but obviously the big one that comes to mind for me is Amazon, because that's probably the one that we do use. And it's so simple. It's just order it and it's delivered. But now I've got to admit, there's mainly the model side of things. Very much we've managed to find a really good. You all get sniggering. We have managed to find blessing a one-man band store. It's a family run, Masons out at Spalding. And we quite like going there because it's like they cater for Lewis with his ships. They cater for me with the Warhammer. So in all honesty, it's like we'd rather go there. I miss with my craft stuff. I've not quite really found anywhere local really. Diamond art, we think I'm sorted, but all my other bits, it is very much a hobbycraft store. So it's okay. Well, maybe if I could find somewhere more local that you're not actually paying through the teeth for, then I'd sooner be there. I can't remember if I did Mark's comment, but unfortunately my hobbycraft model kits have been gradually getting smaller long before lockdown. Yeah. And Kaylin answers the Ford F350. But here everyone is buying the Toyota trucks.
See, we have the Toyota Hilux, and it used to be, I don't know if it's still running, it's certainly not the original presenters. It used to be a TV program called Top Gear, and they took one of these Hilux and tried to destroy it. It don't matter what they did, it just kept running. They did everything you could possibly think of, dropped it off a building, suspended it from a crane and let go of it, drove it off a cliff, blew it up, tied it down to a beach and let the tide come in, and it actually broke loose. They did everything you could possibly think of to destroy the truck, and it just kept going. But to me, they're not big. I like big chunky things. Except for that, she's nice and petite.
Stop creeping. You're well and truly in doghouse for that one, mate.
It was a challenge.
I remember when it comes to your spending budget at Telford.
Mark, you owe me.
Oh, and we've got Steve at Totally Scale Models in saying hello. So good evening, Steve. Thinking of you, sending big hugs, and hopefully you'll get a lot better soon.
Yeah, get well soon, Steve. We miss you.
Oh, absolutely. Marcy, also take into account that most, if not all, of said product is made in the worst affected countries during this mess. Products are being prioritised.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the Airfix Vulcan. It was made in China. And they kept postponing it and postponing it and postponing it, and people were getting fed up. And it's like, I had it on pre-order, and yeah, I phoned up a couple of times to see what was going on with it, make sure it was still coming, but it didn't bother me having to sit and wait for it because they never asked for any money until it was due to be shipped. You know, so it's not costing you anything. We had the money to put to one side. But I do know people's cancelled it because of that, and it's like, why? I'll support any local hobby store over places like Amazon. You know, and I know, you've got these different Chinese websites that can do things a lot cheaper and this, that, and the other. But I'd rather keep our stores in business, to be honest. That's why I'll always go to our local hobby store first and say to them, look, can you get this in? Can you get that in? And 9 times out of 10, they can. As long as their warehouse has it, they can get it in for me.
I think it also comes down to middleman, because it's like Lewis has got, which one is it? The Meng, the bulldozer, was it, had the part missing?
D9R.
For D9R, he had, there was a sprue missing. And it's like, went to the model shop, they contacted their distributor or whoever they contacted. Their rep, thank you. And it was all sorted. It was just so easy. There's none of this, oh, who do I need to contact and all this and that.
Yeah, I mean, I also contacted Meng themselves, and I've got two of the sprues now. But it took probably at very most 3 weeks for my model store to get the actual sprue in. That was probably 2 months ago that it happened, and last week I received the actual sprue from Meng. So it's like speed, you can't fault them.
No.
Certainly, if anything like that happens again, I'll go back to the hobby store and just say, look, this was missing.
I was saying that, but it actually helped with us going to them, because they actually realised it was a problem with quite a few models, weren't it?
It was, presumably it was the batch of D9Rs, because while we was there, someone else had, that day when I was collecting my sprue, someone else had literally just been in 15-20 minutes before and bought the second kit of it that they had, and there was actually the metal rods missing out of their kit. And again, as soon as they found out, as soon as the guy phoned up to say, look, it's the metal rods are missing, they got straight onto the rep there and then to get it sorted.
Absolutely, it has its users. And Marcy, and shipping with limited staff to move what we do send. No, absolutely. I think that's been a big thing, especially over the pandemic. We saw a lot of companies, and it's like people were kicking off because their orders were taking so long. And it's like, well, in all fairness, people have been told to work from home. Well, you have, so other companies will have as well. And people just seem to forget that when they're waiting for stuff. What else I was doing? P. 7. So yeah, no, we did see a lot of that. It's like, because people were at home and they was having more time to do stuff, it's like they wanted their things yesterday. It's like, no, it doesn't work like that. It's like same with that big Diamond Art I tried ordering from Windsor Diamond Art. There was uproar about that because of the pandemic, they increased their delivery time to 8 weeks. And like I said to you a few months ago when all this was new, it's like, yes, it was a long wait, but we knew, so it's a case of being patient. Like I said, the only reason I cancelled because Ruddy Hermes losing it. But it's a case of, right, you've advertised it was 8 weeks, so sort of have the patience to wait 8 weeks. And it's just, not funny. Marcy takes a breath. Yes, after Lewis made me jump. And Steve fed up. Oh, bless you. I bet you are. I'm surprised you've not had your family bring you in a model kit or something. Marcy, I have 2 family-run shops. WH shop, a few other gaming shops, plus a few major chains, craft stores. I go with family, run as much as I can, and pay more to support them. No, absolutely, and I think, in all fairness, I think that's what you need to do. Because again, that'll be the next thing. Is that, oh, we're paying over the odds because we've got to go online and whatnot. Is that, well, right? Well, if we'd have supported them, if more people had supported them, they would have had bricks and mortar for you to go in. Kaylin, I love Top Gear. I've been watching Clarkson's Farm now as well. Yeah, oh, that is hilarious. Yes, I'm very much waiting to see if season 2 actually appears. Because it's been backwards and forwards. Yes, there's going to be a season 2. No, there isn't. Last I heard is there is going to be a season 2. So I think, again, I think it's just wait and see if it actually appears.
Locals aren't happy though.
No. So I have to feel sorry for him a little bit, because it's like, had he have just been a normal farmer, I don't think he would have had half as much like complaints with traffic, for example. But because obviously it's Jeremy Clarkson and everyone's heard of him, people are going to go there just because it's Jeremy Clarkson Farm Shop.
Yeah, and that's the issue.
Yeah.
Because it's Jeremy Clarkson, everyone's going there. Had it been a normal farmer, not everyone would be going there.
No.
So there wouldn't be the issues that they got. I'm certainly not standing for 2 hours going to a farm shop and buy some tapes.
No. Not a chance. Steve, thanks. I start week 4 being in hospital on Sunday. Oh, bless you.
Model kit, Steve.
So I think I'm surprised he's not actually asked for one to be brought in. Marcy sending virtual hugs to Steve. Sarah Jane. Sorry, Nat, had a phone call. Recovery's okay. Had post-op check on Wednesday and found it's not all okay. So a bit upset over that, but I'm okay. Oh, after all that, Sarah Jane. Sorry to hear it's not actually gone to plan. After all that delay you had and put back. So keeping our fingers crossed for you, actually hoping that they can get it resolved for you. Fingers crossed they actually come up with a decent plan to actually get it sorted for you. Marcy, many of the people who do the minor tasks are not able to work from home, so many of those jobs are still not filled. A lot of small business delivery also went under when everything was stopped. Yeah. I was taking a word break, but yeah.
So in other words, she wasn't making any judgment on what Mike did.
Kaylin, the shop I buy 90% of my kits and supplies from is a small family-owned shop. She had to close her shop and is trying to transition to online, but she still fulfills all my orders. It's nice actually that,
and that's the thing that'll keep you going back. That they will bend over backwards for you. I mean, it's the same with most of the small shops. I mean, I go to a particular garage that is about 30 miles away from us. So every time we have an issue with one of the cars, it goes into this same garage every single time. And I'll travel that distance purely because I know that the guy there, he won't do you no favours. He won't knock money off or this, that and the other, but he won't tell you there's something wrong that actually isn't. I mean, we just had a car in for MOT and he said some of the tyres are looking a bit worn, they're going to need replacing soon. He says, but it's not enough to fail the MOT. But just be mindful of it, which is what I like. I'd rather someone tell me the truth than try and fob me off saying, oh yeah, it's illegal, you got to get them done now, when actually they could have gone for another couple of 100 miles. I mean, our cars don't travel that much as it is.
Your car doesn't.
Yeah. Yours only does 15 miles each day, though.
Yeah, only.
You take my car to find need some fuel.
Well, that's where I'm taking my car to work then.
No, because I need your car.
Why?
I need the car seats.
It's fine, I'm in your car.
Yours, the family car.
Well, I guess someone will be doing a late night trip to our nearest supermarket petrol station.
You best wrap it up soon then, aren't you?
Hey, you best get off. Steve, I've got one here, but just not interested, not open the box. Oh, bless you. Only saying thanks to Marcy. Sarah Jane, it'll be okay, Nat. We'll just take time. Basically got an open wound for the next 2 months. Was hoping it'll be okay. Oh well, at least I can still drink. Oh, I like you thinking, Sarah Jane. Marcy, my faves were also closed for about a year. Took them months to just work out a plan to stay afloat. All are finally back open. So in other words, your money situation's been able to go up and up because you haven't been able to get to them, and now actually it's like, I can buy models again.
I mean, our local model shop, they managed to get around it because they sell hardware as well. So there's like lights and wood and things like that. So they're classed as a hardware store as well, which they were classed as essential shops. So they got around it like that. Obviously, you'd have to phone up, and if you wanted a particular kit, you'd have to phone up and see that they've got it and whatnot to do like click and collect, if you like, just without the clicking. Just phone up and pay over the phone and whatnot.
Oh yes.
Again, I don't know how it was over in the States, but our government actually subsidised small businesses to help them.
You would like to think so, But I'm not going to lie, I'll be very surprised if either Kaylin or Marcy come back and say there was any financial support. Any more for any more? Yes. Oops, that's upside down. Marcy's put, I'm sure it was far easier to sort out over there than it has been here. I am surprised by that because, again, I could be wrong, but from what me personally understood is it was very much a light approach to dealing with it.
You are.
Because from what I understood, it's like in America, it's like obviously when we started getting cases, we just went into full lockdown, didn't we?
Mm.
Whereas I know over there, I think they were sort of trying to deal with it in a more relaxed way. So from what I understood, things have been open for longer before we had that sharp.
Yeah, but you got to remember that their country's a lot bigger than ours.
True.
And so if they put their country on full lockdown, it'll be the same as what it was over here, to be honest. The worst places to start was London and down south. And then you could see it gradually moving up. It took about 3 weeks.
Yeah.
For the cases up north to be to the same point as what they were down south. And it's always been the case over here that everything starts in London and goes uphill.
Oh, yes.
As opposed to down. So really, if we'd have done that, it would have been, you would have seen it progress, and we would have got, or Scotland certainly would have gone into lockdown 3 weeks after London.
Mm.
So that's how it would work. But in America, obviously, you've got such a larger area, it would take longer for it to spread to the more rural areas.
Mm. So I just swap these colours. And we'll see what's going off in chat. Get rid of that one. D26.
So the next one for you to spell.
No, it's not. You behave yourself. Now we're even for that moth.
You chucked 2 moths at me.
I chucked one at you.
Yeah, first time. And then you did it a couple of weeks ago.
No, we're even. Marcy, financial support took a long time to set up via the government. Kaylin, she told me she applied for support but was dead for some reason. Oh, bless you. Oh, and Steve's off saying night, guys.
Night, Steve. Get well soon, buddy.
Absolutely. Hopefully, like I say, we'll see you back on your feet very soon. Night, Steve. Muse, that caused issues too in the end. Yeah, bless you. Mark, Nat, feeling calmer now?
You can't blame me.
Oh, I can.
It's Mark's fault.
Marcy, same with Dad's job. My kids got the year-long vacation with pay. Oh. And most made more sitting out than they would have if they worked. When average minimum wage is under 20k a year for most lower end jobs and the government hands you 20k plus for not working. Yeah. See, in all fairness, that's been our biggest gripe, hasn't it? Because I think it was just before Paige was born, Lewis basically got the sack. Not his fault whatsoever. And we actually worked it out with benefits, how it would work financially. And it's like, I was on maternity, and we just worked it out, and it just the money we would have been on, had Lewis have started claiming benefits. It's like over here, if you're on benefits, you get all added extras. So it's like you don't pay for glasses, don't pay for dentist. Next year, we have to start paying if we want Connor to have hot school meals. All that is paid for if you're on benefits. And it's just ridiculous. But like Lewis says, and rightly so, you know what? He's the man of he's basically the man of the house. He wants to be earning his money to support his family, not basically being given it to sit on his backside all day. Yes, I think it is starting to get fairer for those that genuinely. Well, no, because all this we're going off. I'm not going to get into too much politics. Yeah, those that genuinely can work, it's also like, actually, come on now, we're not going to support you to basically sit on your backside all day. Oh, and we've got Candygram for Mongo in saying hello, everyone. Hope all is well.
Hello, Jeff.
It is. How are things with you, Jeff? In Cowboy Dallas. That one, sorry. And people already on the dole got more money on top of normal benefits.
Wow.
I was just thinking that. I can tell you I sold thousands in big screen TVs, dollar, not needed items. Oh, I can believe that. And we in essential jobs work our backsides off still and get zip.
Yeah, do you know what we get? Told to pay more tax.
And Muse, so many here can work but find holes in the system to abuse it.
It's not just over there, Muse.
I was just about to say that's very much on both sides of the pond, in all fairness.
In all fairness, though, if I could get away, if I could actually put up with being at home all the time, why wouldn't you? My problem is my bed's haunted. There's a voice every morning that says, "Get up. Get up now."
So I don't know. I just can't find any enrichment in your relationship if you basically spend all day, every day together.
Enrichment in a relationship if you spend a weekend together.
Well, I have to admit, I think we're probably the extreme in that because you have like a week's holiday, getting to end at week, and I'm literally on countdown. It's like, so many days till Lewis goes back. Not long till he goes back now. because we get under our feet. You get under each other's feet. My routine goes to pop. It's like, oh, you know what? Will you go back to Ruddy Truck?
Thanks.
Anytime, my darling.
Which?
And Caleb saying so true to Muse. Marcy, my company gave us $2 more an hour for 6 months. Whoop-de-doo.
Oh, $2, yeah. I was thinking books as in reading books. I'm like, pay you books? I remembered. No.
So that's basically $2 extra, isn't it? Books.
Yeah.
Marcy, my moral compass and work ethic won't allow me to be a leech.
Yeah.
Oh, Marcy, anyway, time for me to hop in the shower and get ready to go to so-called essential job later on. Not a problem. See you later, Marcy. Take care of yourself.
Stay safe.
And Jeff, I heard about the tax raise. Personally, I think the families of the essential workers should be exempt.
Yep, me too.
It would be nice. I think, guys, are getting really political tonight. I think my only thing is it's still very much, to me, those that are extremely well off, I think they should have to contribute more rather than just constantly taking it out of those that are struggling. So obviously, since Lewis is lorry drivers, we're not struggling by any means, but I won't say we're well off. But I just think, you know what, those that are literally, they can waste their money buying car after supercar and just basically blowing the money. It's like, well, right, they've got money to blow. Sort of get them to help those that aren't so well off.
Yeah, but they would turn around and say, well, we've earned our money. We've worked for it.
But not everyone has that opportunity to.
So why should they be penalised because they've had an opportunity in taking it?
True. Can't particularly argue with that one. Mark's mods. I wish I could work, but arthritis in my spine and mental health problems hit me hard. No, see, this will mean those that genuinely can't. Yeah.
Between someone that's got medical reasons for not working and those that just can't be bothered to work. There's a big difference. And I can sympathise with you with the arthritis in the spine, buddy.
Yeah, you suffer with that, don't you? Spine and hips.
I don't know whether it's actually. Mine's not arthritis though, but it is.
It's a form of it.
Same category.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And you know what? I can sympathise with those that actually, you know what? Given the chance, they would want to. But it's just those that actually can work and choose not to. It's like, why? What did I do? Yeah. Kaylin, I'm a firefighter and we get hundreds of calls a week to go into sick people's homes, putting ourselves and our families at risk, and get diddly squat for doing it. Not even a thanks from the governor.
And do you know what? I'm not from America, but I'll give you a thanks, my friend.
Oh, absolutely. A big, big, heartfelt thanks.
Emergency services are the unsung heroes. Emergency services hospital.
Oh, absolutely. Now, see, to me, people like that, you know what, actually, you know, all they want. I think to me, if someone doesn't do a job, to me, it's like, you know what, just a simple acknowledgement. And I think that's one thing that was nice over here in particular. I don't know if the States did anything, but it's like they had the clap for heroes over here. I think it was every Thursday?
Thursday.
Every Thursday at one point at 8 o'clock. You'd basically everyone go onto the doorstep and basically clap for the NHS staff, weren't it, to start with?
It was everyone. NHS, emergency services, truckers. It was everyone. Yeah.
And it was nice because actually, you know what, it was everybody's general just thanks for those that actually were putting themselves at risk by going to work. But yet, as soon as everything started to lighten up, it's like
back to normal.
Yeah.
I'm one of the most hated people on the roads.
Oh yes.
Unless you're a fuel thief, then you're lovely.
Jeff to Muse, take care, Muse. Hope you'll have an uneventful and easy work day. And Kaylin saying bye. Kaylin to Mark's Mods, you should build models for a living now, mate. I told my wife if my channel kicks off, I'm retiring, lol. Yes, you know, we had this. It was a very quick fleeting thought, weren't it? More me because I was one at home. It's like we looked at this like doing sort of earning a living through the YouTubes, but it's just in essence it's peanuts. It's like, yeah, bang goes that fleeting thought. I think the only way really you can do it is if you go through like the Patreon. But it's like a couple of people mentioned to me, oh well, no, why don't you do a Patreon? But Ross has and someone else did mention about doing the Patreon. And in all honesty, to me, I couldn't ask someone to pay me so many pounds a month.
I could.
I know you could. And that's where we differ. Mark Shellard, people, they claim they can't walk but fit and healthy to play golf and football, etc. Oh yes. And Mark Mods, I don't know why people hate truck drivers. As an ex-driving instructor, they are some of the most skilled drivers out there. Go on then, Lewis.
We're slow, we're big, we take up the whole of the road. Makes me laugh. There's where we live, for me to get back to my yard now, I have to go through a town called Boston. And it's my hometown, so I know it like the back of my hand. And there is a roundabout that as you come round, you need to be sticking to the left-hand side, so the outside of the roundabout, to get round it. But then when you take your exit, you have to be right over, and you have to take both the left and the right hand lanes to get round the actual corner on the exit road. So what I tend to do is, knowingly, I let the trailer swing in to the right, so closer to the roundabout, which then cuts people off from coming up the side of me, because knowing that I'm going to have to take this exit and I'm then going to have to move on to their side of the road, and if they're there, I'm going to take them out. And the amount of people that blow their horns and everything, it's like, why? I'm doing it to keep you safe, because you come up the side of me, as soon as I turn, can't see you. Can't see you at all. And as soon as I turn, that trailer's going to come back out, the arse end of the trailer's going to hit you, and you're then going to say, it's my fault.
Mm-hmm.
Or when you're in London, you go, people cut in front of you. There's a run out, people cut in front of you. To get in front of you, why?
That just gives me the shivers thinking of driving in London.
And then because you sat there, you're now gone, because there was room for you to go. You've now gone, but because of the silly people that's cut in front of you, there's no room for you. So you're now blocking off the junction. And then the people waiting to come out of the other junction, their light goes on green, and they think for some reason, if they sit there with their hand on the horn, something's going to happen. So I just turn around and say to them, my horn's louder than yours.
Oh, yes.
I've proven
it. Kaylin, if it wasn't for our truck drivers, the US would shut down altogether. Yeah, it's pretty much over here, because it's like we've just had this so-called fuel shortage. And
no shortage of fuel.
No, but again,
shortage of drivers to deliver it, because we're treated like worse than dog muck.
Yeah. And it's like all this, it's like start of pandemic, basically there was panic buying, and it's like it was the truckers again that was keeping the supplies moving, the fuel moving,
toilet rolls moving,
or toilet rolls moving, and it's just like, yeah, there's no need for it. Jeff, I recall live streams pausing for clap for heroes. During these, I close my eyes, give silent thanks, and quietly clap along. I thought it was a great idea. Yeah, absolutely. But again, it seemed to fizzle out, because I think, didn't we say
fizzle out? It stopped.
They stopped it, didn't they? For I can't remember what the reason was now.
Just because the pandemic was apparently over.
9:10, so I'm going to get a couple more of these comments done, and I'm going to start going over, because it wasn't a busy gallery, so I thought I'd leave it a bit later tonight.
Tell the truth, lost track of time.
And that. It's nice because the chat's flowing. It's been really nice tonight. Mark's Mods, I think people who get caught in road rage with truck drivers should be made to sit in the cab of a truck and see what truck drivers see.
The thing is, they just don't have any idea. You got to remember, I'm looking like 50 feet down the road, because that's how long it's going to take me to stop. And the amount of people that cut in front of you when you're slowing down, and it's like, you've done that. Now if you stop suddenly, I ain't going to be able to, and I'm coming straight in the back of you, and it'll kill you. It won't do so much damage to me, but it'll kill you. But because in the eyes of the law, I'm seen as a professional driver, it's my fault.
But I can't see where Mark's coming from, because the company that Lewis had just left, me and the kids were actually allowed to go to the truck, onto the yard and actually go into the truck and everything. And I actually sat in the driver's seat, and it was my car that was parked literally in front of the lorry as if it was in traffic. And I think actually, it was very much a light bulb moment. Actually, you know what? How little I could actually see of my car being that close. So it did give me that understanding. Actually, yeah, they do need that extra space. We've got Eric, Twisted Rail Hobbies, saying evening all. Sorry about being late. I was doing adult stuff. Hey.
I was just about to say, have you got a note? But when you said adult stuff, yeah, we'll just leave that to the imagination.
Yeah, moving on. But yes, and a massive, massive well done to Anya for her parents' evening. Eric put on Facebook that she's done amazing. She's doing amazingly well at school. So now I'm not stalking him. Promise. I'm just going to do a quick refresh.
Did you get me? What was that?
Oh, knocked a jar over, but luckily it's got a lid on because it's got chemical in.
Missed the best bit though, Eric. I got set a challenge by Mark. And it worked beautifully.
Let's just say, Eric, the one night you probably should have been the early bird. I well and truly got stitched over. So here we are. So this is the Dexterous Crafters group. And buzz off. So yes, that was Marcy's video from last week showing where she's from in Michigan. So the first one we have to show this week is Ross Medlock, which is a scale model ninja. The Saturday night live at the bench and chat. So that was for last Saturday.
So don't go pressing that one for tomorrow.
Yeah. It says Eric or Twisted Rail Hobbies in chat. She knows me way too well. Cass got me this Lego locomotive for our 1-year anniversary. Oh, I'm totally blown away. This was the last thing I was expecting, but I love it. Another one to add to the stash. Ooh. Very nice.
Choo choo.
And this is my most recent video. I've actually subscribed to the Eddie Stobart Moving the Nation subscription.
Still hoping there's a low bridge with it.
So this is my video for part 1. So this is me delving into the realms of the partwork model making. So looking forward to getting dug in with that.
Eric's saying, what did I miss? And Mark is saying, there was a spillage. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, wasn't instigated by me.
Of course
not. It was all Mark's fault.
Of course it was. And this is Kaylin. Not my best work, but this paint mule is serving its purpose. Oh my giddy hands.
You are taking the mic. That's a paint mule.
Oh my god, it's tiny. Kaylin, just to warn you, I think Lewis has now fallen out with you. Not your best work. if you are describing this not as your best work, yeah, I'd be scared to see.
You'd love to see his work.
Well, I couldn't quite describe it because it's like, if this is not very good work, my God, how good is what he would class as excellent work? No, I cannot see anything wrong with that, Kaylin. That is just ridiculously small. Yeah, but very nice.
Eric's saying, was there verbal misuse of certain words thrown about?
I was quite good, actually. I refrained myself. That is from Lewis, the 172nd Airfix Spitfire. I need to make him look less like a monkey, but so far it's not terrible. Definitely not accurate on colours, but I'm experimenting since this is a paint mule. Thought I'd share it and see what tips or critique you may have. From a non-modeler, don't be so hard on yourself.
From a model, I'm packing my bench up.
This is Lewis himself. Not.
Oh God, what do I have to put up? How can you follow someone like Caleb?
Oh,
Really?
you did. Not really had much time on the bench lately, but managed to get a bit more done to the 1350 HMS Belfast from Trumpeter with the Edward photo etch set. Also decided to start soldering the photo etch rather than glue it. Found out some really good tips, like don't try to solder the PE to the plastic. Learned that the hard way. Starting on the cranes for her, then I'll be painting. Oh, it hasn't been that long.
What?
Project has kept me going for nearly 2 years on and off.
Yeah.
I didn't realise it's been going that long.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so this is all the photo etch for the Belfast.
She's a beautiful ship. She's a beautiful lady as well.
Yeah, this just gives me the shudders because obviously you see all this photo etch and it's just, I daren't even go near the photo etch, let alone actually attempting photo etch. Although one day I will teach you how to do photos properly.
Why? So that?
Because
Yeah, but if you got a stiff neck or you got a crick neck, you know, you got to cater for all.
yeah, that's just
And all the right way around them, my friend.
ridiculous.
So we got Mark saying, can't blame me, totally innocent, can't prove a thing. You want to bet? It's on Facebook, mate. Eric saying, Mark, innocent, question mark. That's like saying Lewis is an angel. I am an angel. Jeff, your model and particularly the photo etch here looks fantastic, Lewis. Thank you very much. Eric, quick buttering up, Lewis. Jeff, you know about his ego.
So the next one, this is me. I finally got round to asking Connor and Paige to pick the photo for the October banner. So a massive well done to Cassandra for her Rose Diamond Art. So yes, so a massive well done. And that is at the moment. And I have to admit, it's nice to see a post from someone we haven't seen for a few weeks. Mrs. Jacqueline. They said Miss Jacqueline then. This week's finished projects. Yes, it is lovely to see Jackie posting her work again. I know she's had some health queries. But yeah, so fingers crossed, Jackie, you're feeling better. So yes, so this is her red lady all finished, looking absolutely gorgeous. And I have to admit, look at these, it's cute. And this is all crocheted by Jackie. I can't remember what relation it was now, she said, but it's someone that's had twin girls. But no, they are just cute. Now I shall do a quick refresh. I think that is all. Yep, Jackie was the last one. Yep. So I shall remove that screen and I shall do that. I should turn this off, up the glare. There we are. So as always, guys, a massive thank you for everyone that has posted. It's always lovely to see what other people have been getting up to. So we're coming up to 20 past, oh, just past 20 past 9, and I have got 13 people still watching. So a massive thank you for joining myself and my background partner, who
I'm no partner.
who needs to be very wary when this camera stops live streaming, and not in a good way either. So yes, guys, so I'm going to start wrapping up because
what are you wrapping up? It's only 70. What? How many days, Mark? 78 days till Christmas. So what are you wrapping up?
So yes, guys, so I'm going to start finishing because I am at work tomorrow. I'm on a 12 hours tomorrow. I've not quite got the stamina, especially after a few weeks off.
Only 12 hours.
Damn it. So yes, guys, so thank you ever so much for joining me, and I will see you all next week. So for now, guys, bye.
Bye.